was saying, with God, everything is possible. Actually, everything is possible. And when you live in the world of possibilities, it's right next to probability. There's a thin line, so it moves in that direction to become real.
I like that. When everybody is in a place of possibility, it becomes probable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then it happens.
Thank you for that lovely perspective. Do you guys all see a world like that? Everybody believe it's possible? Great. Hello. How are you?
Okay.
So, tell me now, did you actually get these from Tibet? Did they come?
No, they're made in China.
Made in China.
Not in Tibet, in the factories.
Okay. But now, and which one is this one? This is
This is the A note.
A note.
For the third eye.
For the third eye.
Yeah.
Everybody remember? G, A, B. C is the base chakra. D is the sacral. C is the solar plexus. F is the heart. And if you want to remember it, it's the Gab, gift of Gab, G, A, B, and then you just kind of circle around. So A is for the third eye.
My name's Gabriel. So.
And your name is Gabriel. Oh, and you have the gift of Gab. You'll never forget that.
But, okay, well, this is 99.99 quartz crystal, like these crystals here. And the outer part is frost to make the bowl sing more. So this is actually 432 hertz, which I don't know if people have been reading about that, but the standard pitch on a piano note, the A note, is 440 hertz. It's been like that for about 50 years. But actually, it's 432. It's supposed to be that. But they changed it somehow in the past for whatever reasons. But now there's a whole movement to return back to 432. So that's what I've been researching lately. And so this bowl is 432. And it goes along with the return of our higher selves into the fifth dimension, which we're talking about visualization, and the frequency. It's an equation that this teacher that I've been studying with, his equation is frequency plus intent equals healing. So if you get the frequency plus the intention you put forth, then that healing will come forth when you manifest that. He also has another equation that says visualization plus vocalization equals manifestation. So, like, we're
That's what we just
visualizing.
did, yeah.
Yeah, we're visualizing.
Yeah, we did. We visualized it, we vocalized it,
Yeah.
so we manifested it.
Yeah.
It's done.
Mhm.
What we just created, it's done.
Yeah. And so it is. That's
And
what
so
they
it
say.
is.
Yeah. So, I want to start with, if we could all just say the Om sound together. With, the A is Ah, the U is Oo, and the M is Mm, just kind of all traveling together.
So,
Yeah, like Oh.
okay. You want to give us an example?
Like, well, it's said too. We could. He's a master at this. So, like
You didn't even need a mic?
Yeah.
He was.
Okay. Let's try that. Because it's the fourth dish, I'd like to get everybody with this tone. Whenever you want to start. Whenever you're ready. space, even though it's been cleared constantly since we started, but just with this one frequency. So I first got into the crystal bowls, originally starting with just doing research with Solara Ann Ra, who was here a few years ago. She came to do a channeling, and she was breaking down how the crystal core of Mother Earth has a frequency in it, and the Schumann resonance is what they call it. But I started doing research into that, connecting the dots with the crystal core and all the teachings from the masters of channelings and whatnot about how we're ascending and we're basically changing to crystalline beings. And so I just thought, well, I need a tool, an instrument that's more in harmony with this, because the other instruments I've been playing, they're not really crystal or any kind of meditation focus of sounds. So same thing with the visualization, manifestation. I was thinking, I need a sign, I need help with this. So I put out prayer and meditation to get some kind of sign or some help. And what happened was, I got a good job, and I was able to get a loan and got the crystal bowl set here. So that started me off my journey, and to just do what I love, and to combine the crystal bowls with other instruments and also DJing too. So I do that, trying to bring a whole new awareness to sound and the concept of healing, and basically just evolving with everybody, because we're all evolving together. So it just makes sense that if we're going to the crystalline age, then the crystals will assist us in that. And the quartz crystal is an amplifier with the sound. So any frequency you have, it just amplifies that, and it goes into all the bodies that you have, the ethereal bodies, physical, spiritual, emotional, every kind of body you have on all dimensional levels. It resonates with that. It kind of brings into focus. So I just like to pass this around. You guys can feel it. So,
They're
and
so
outside.
beautiful.
The outside. No, on the outside. Yeah.
Now, I've also seen the ones that are, and they're quite expensive, several $100s each. They have the handle on them, and they're actually made out of moldavite or garnet or amethyst. How do those differ from these ones?
It's all crystals, but they all have their own properties. And the main one is the quartz crystal, which if you add other crystals around it, you can amplify that same energy too. And so there's different kinds of bowls. They have the ones that with the stem and the bowl. They have the tuning fork kind. They have different kinds. I just like that because the pure tone that it resonates with.
The first time that Gabriel came in, I didn't realize when Solara Ann Ra came and taught her class here in October of 2010, and then the channeling class in March of 11, and she said she had been recommended by somebody to come here. And when she said someone named Gabriel, I didn't recognize it because I hadn't actually met him. He had heard of us. And then it was probably about a year after that he came in the front door and just said, oh, I came to say hello. And he said, I recommended Solara Ann Ra to come. And I, oh, you were the one. And Tanya and I were here, and he said, you want to listen to some bowls? And so he brought in all of these, set them up there, and then Tanya and I sat here. It was like 45 minutes.
Yes.
And Tanya and I sat here and just listened to him play with the bowls and the drums and all the different sounds. And our hands were sitting there going like this after a while, because our bodies were just so tuned in to the sound. And so I think it's true. We are resonant beings. We are crystalline beings. And when we hear those sounds, when we wear crystals, we resonate with them. We connect with them.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah, and I've been practicing for about a year now with the bowls, and every time it's just more connection with it, more feeling the harmony of life, and just sacred geometry everywhere. You know, you just connect with that. One sound could lead you down this path, but then you get 2 or 3 sounds, it's like a chord. 2 or more notes is a chord. So 2 or more bowls is harmony. And or other things like we're playing with didgeridoo and bowls together. So that's another kind of harmony. And didgeridoo has its own, you know, metaphysical connections going back to the Aborigines and whatnot.
Earth
So
sounds, yeah.
earth sound is connected,
Sounds of the earth,
grounded.
yeah.
Primordial.
Yeah, and that's why I try to bring the drums and other kind of percussion, because, you know,
So would you two say the combination of the didgeridoo, the earth sounds, and the crystals, sounds of the ethers, I mean, when those two sounds are put together, it's a pretty high vibrational connection, would you say that?
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We could play for days just doing that, because it's endless possibilities. It's like food, different combinations.
Okay.
You know, good food, you have different ingredients. It's like instruments, and then you put them together in certain ways, and it makes a
Okay.
good tasting meal. You know, so.
Does anybody have any questions? Isn't that wonderful? So I think what we're going to do is in a few minutes, I'm just going to do the announcements and the gifting envelopes, and then we're going to let Omar and Seth, and I'll do a little meditation. I'll do the drum.
Okay, yeah.
I can contribute that much,
All right.
and we'll have an amazing ending meditation. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay,
Great.
great.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you do the meditation,